আলাপ করিয়ে দিই। আমার সঙ্গে প্রাইমারি ইংলিশ পড়াবেন ইন্দ্রাণী মিত্র, লাউ মার্টিনিয়াস ফর গার্লসের ম্যাডাম, এবং সাউথ সিটি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল স্কুলের মালবিকা এস পোদ্দার। ম্যারাথনের বার্তা ছাত্রদের জন্য।
As we are all aware, schools are shut and no classes are being held due to the lockdown. The Council has taken the initiative to conduct live lessons on News 18 Bangla channel for the subjects English and Mathematics for junior and middle school children from classes 3 to 8. These live lessons are being conducted by the Council's subject experts today, English, and again on 25th and 26th April 2020 for the same two subjects. The objectives for conducting these live lessons are to present selective elements of these two core subjects, English and Mathematics, to develop an interest in these subjects through simple games and activities so that children are able to relate and apply learned concepts to real-life situations. I request all children of our council schools to participate actively in this program, stay in touch with your studies, and continue to learn through these live lessons.
তো তাহলে তোমরা ক্লাসের জন্য তৈরি তো? আমি ইন্দ্রাণী ম্যামকে রিকোয়েস্ট করব, ম্যাম শুরু করুন। প্রাইমারি ইংলিশ ইন্দ্রাণী ম্যাম পড়াবেন। ম্যাম আপনি শুরু করুন।
Good morning, children. I hope you're taking very good care of yourself and you're using this time to read lots and lots and lots of good books, because these books will help you later with your English. I don't know about you, but I miss school a lot. I love going to school. I miss the children. I miss my friends. And I think you do too. So, since you can't go to school, school has come to you. Now, since school has started, classes have begun, get ready. I hope you have pen and paper ready with you. Right. Tell me first, why is English so important? Why do we have to study English? That's because English is the mode of communication. It's very important. You need it for everything. You need it for all your subjects: history, geography, science, even math. You need to understand and express yourself clearly to be able to do write properly. Thus, you see, English is not merely a subject. It is a skill, as is any language. It is a skill. So what is the first thing you need when you want to write or read or even speak correctly? What would be the first thing that you would require? Can you guess? Yes, you've guessed it right. It's words. You need to know your words. We can write correctly by using the right words in the right place to make sentences. With that, we write paragraphs. You do write paragraphs in school, don't you? You have creative writing, you write paragraphs. Even at home now, you must be learning a lot of new words. You know, with this, staying at home with this coronavirus everywhere, we are learning words like lockdown, hotspot, pandemic, quarantine. These are the words you must be learning, and you are adding all this to your vocabulary. So when we write or speak, we must use good words. And when I say good words, I don't mean that they have to be very big words like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. No, they have to be simple, crisp, precise words. Words that help you to express yourself accurately. For example, you write a sentence, the old woman walked slowly across the street. You could even say the old woman hobbled across the street. Wouldn't that sound better if we say hobbled? For example, you could say she whispered. Instead of saying she said, I'll tell you a secret, you could say she whispered, I'll tell you a secret. Now that makes your work clearer. But where are we going to learn these words? You can't get them from a dictionary because you may know the meanings from the dictionary, I'm afraid, but you won't be able to use them. You won't know the application of these words from the dictionary. So what do you do to improve your vocabulary? Yes, read, and read some more. There is no shortcut. Believe me, if there was, I would be the first one to tell you that there is a shortcut. All right. Now, shall we do some work, written work? Have you got your paper and pen ready? Let us do some written work. You do remember your nouns, your adjectives, your adverbs. Nouns are naming words. Adjectives are describing words. And adverbs are words that describe your verbs. Verbs which are action verbs. Action words. So the first thing that we are going to do with your pen and paper ready is a sink-in. All right. Now this sink-in, I'll explain what a sink-in is in a moment. But tell me, how many of you think you can't write poetry? I'm going to prove you wrong. If you think you can't write poetry, I'm going to prove you wrong right in a little while. So now get your paper ready, and in that paper, in the first line in the center, put a dash. That dash stands for one word. In the next line, put two dashes in the center. That stands for two words. In the third line, put three dashes in the center. So that will stand for three words. In the fourth line, two dashes. And in the fifth line, one dash. So this is how it should look. This is how your page should look. You see, it has a diamond shape. This is a sink-in. Now, you just keep writing as I tell you to write. You write in the first line, on the first dash, you write one noun. Any noun. It could be a naming word, it could be someone you know, it could be birds, trees, sun, table, chair, blackboard, yourself, anything, any one word. Quickly, write it. Done? All right. In the next line, have you written your noun, I hope? Any noun, it could be a proper noun, common noun. In the next line, write two adjectives to describe that noun. Anything. It could be happy, sad, strong, good, kind, any word. Any two words to describe that noun. So these two words will be adjectives. Have you finished writing the adjectives? Fine. Now we have the three words, verbs. Now write the three verbs of what the noun is doing. But make sure your verbs are ing verbs like standing, walking, running, sitting, watching, smiling, shining. So any three verbs, quickly. Are you writing the verbs? Yes, three verbs. All right, we move on to the next line. Next line has only two dashes, which means two words. These two words are adverbs. How the verb is being done, how the action is being done. So it could be happily, quickly, swiftly, gracefully, beautifully, any two adverbs that would describe the actions, the verbs. All right, you've got that? So now, the last line is just one word. The word should be something of a similar meaning to the word you've written on top. It doesn't have to be an exact synonym, but it could be what it means to you, what that word means to you. Suppose you've written mother here. You can write love here because your mother means love to you. So any word that would mean is meaningful to the word you've written on top. All right? So, have you finished? Okay, now if you read it aloud, you'll realize how beautiful your poetry sounds. and how good a poet you are. I'll just show you an example of a sink-in. As you can see, the first word is sun. The noun that has been chosen is sun. The adjectives to describe the noun is warm and golden. The verbs used are shining, dazzling, smiling. The adverbs are brightly, merrily. And finally, Apollo. Now you might ask Apollo. Apollo is the classical sun god. In the earlier days, the Greeks used to call the sun god Apollo. So that is why the sun is Apollo. All right? So I hope you enjoyed doing that, and you can do some more at home as you wish. Next, we move on to the next topic, which is paragraph writing. Now tell me, when you have words, you need to put these words into sentences. That means you have to put the right words in the right place so that we can have sentences. And these sentences are put together in the form of a paragraph. You do have creative writing in school, don't you? And you write paragraphs. Sometimes you write just a paragraph. Sometimes you write a composition. So whether you write a paragraph or the composition, don't forget to give it a heading, children. All right? Now, in this paragraph, the first thing for a good paragraph, we are going to learn how to write a good paragraph. The first thing that we need to remember for a paragraph is that it has to have a topic sentence. It has to have a topic sentence. That means the main idea should be given in the very first sentence itself. And how do you do that? For example, I have given a topic, a visit to the seaside. So in the very first sentence, you can say, oh, we had a wonderful time at the seaside during the winter vacation. So what are you doing? In the very first sentence, you're immediately telling the reader what you are going to write about. All right, so make sure you have a topic sentence to give the main idea. Next point is unity. Now, unity is again a very important thing which we often forget because we tend to get carried away. Unity means all your sentences must be related to the main idea of the seaside if we are doing a visit to the seaside. Because, you see, sometimes we get carried away. We keep writing about the friend we met at the seaside, and then we talk about all the friends that we meet and how we spend time with friends and what a good friend she is and all the things that you do with her. But that is digressing from the main topic. You have to stick to the main topic, which is the seaside. So what you did with her on the seaside, you can write about. But don't go into what you do with her at home. The next and very important point is coherence. Now, when I say coherence, it might sound like a very big word. Not really. It simply means joining the sentences properly. After that, we decided to make sandcastles. Later, we even picked some shells from the beach. Soon we were hungry, so mother bought us some ice cream. Finally, it was time to go home. So what am I doing? I'm using linkers like after that, next, thereafter, soon, a little later. So you can use linkers like these to join your sentences instead of only using then. All right? So that is another point to remember. The next point is relevance. Relevance is to ensure the most important ideas are given more space. Now, what do I mean by this? Sometimes when we are writing, again, I'll just keep to this topic today since we are discussing this. when you are talking about the seaside, you might get excited, carried away, because when we think of a topic, a lot of things come into our heads, a lot of ideas come into our heads. So you might start by writing that my father came one fine day, my father came and told me that we were going to visit the seaside. We booked our tickets, we packed our bags, and then we boarded the flight or the train, and there we went with my mother, my father, my aunt, my uncle, whoever. And then you go on to say what you did on the train or the flight, what you ate, how you reached the hotel, how beautiful the hotel was. What happens then? You have spent most of your space writing about the introduction, before you reach the beach, you finished your paragraph practically. So, but you have only 2 or 3 lines maybe, or you have no space, no time to write about the beach actually. So, make sure your first sentence, when you are writing an introduction, keep it very short. Because you have to give more space to the beach, the description of the beach, describe the people, what you see there and the things that you do. So make sure you keep space for that. That should be the main body of your paragraph. So keep these pointers in mind when you're writing a paragraph, and I'm sure...
paragraph তো হয়ে গেল, এবার আশা করি এই মুহূর্তে যারা বসে রয়েছে তারা একটা আইডিয়া তো পেয়ে গিয়েছে, এবার তারা প্র্যাকটিসও হয়তো করছে। তো আর কোন টপিকে যাওয়ার আগে আমরা একটা ছোট্ট ব্রেক নিয়ে নিই, একটা ছোট্ট বিরতি, এবং যারা এই মুহূর্তে ওয়েট করে রয়েছে কিছুক্ষণ অপেক্ষা করো, এবং এতক্ষণ ম্যাডাম যা যা পড়ালো সেগুলো একবার ঝালাই করে নাও, ম্যাডাম যা যা পড়ালেন এতক্ষণ ধরে। ততক্ষণ একটা ছোট্ট বিরতি, ফিরছি খুব তাড়াতাড়ি।
আপনার বাড়ি আপনার সুরক্ষা, বাড়িতে থাকুন। আপনি বাড়িতে থাকলে গোটা দেশ এই যুদ্ধে জয়ী হবে।
SRMB TMT, বাড়ি থেকে হোক জেতা শুরু।
নিউজ ফ্ল্যাশ নিবেদন করছে স্পার্কল লাইমন অরেঞ্জ ডিশওয়াশ।
आ गया नया स्पार्कल।
বাড়িতে থাকুন, আপনি বাড়িতে থাকলেই করোনা মুক্ত হবে দেশ। মিত্র কাফে কুর্নিশ জানায় সবাইকে যারা সামনে থেকে প্রতিনিয়ত লড়াই করছেন দেশকে করোনা মুক্ত করার জন্য। মিত্র কাফে, ভালো খান ও খাওয়ান।
আপনার বাড়ি আপনার সুরক্ষা, বাড়িতে থাকুন। আপনি বাড়িতে থাকলে গোটা দেশ এই যুদ্ধে জয়ী হবে।
SRMB TMT, বাড়ি থেকে হোক জেতা শুরু।
কোন মিউচুয়াল ফান্ডে ইনভেস্ট করা উচিত, কোন শেয়ার কেনা উচিত, কনফিউজড? আমি একদম নিশ্চিন্ত, আমার সঙ্গে আছে SMC মানি ওয়াইজ বি ওয়াইজ।
যুদ্ধে জয়ী হবে।
SRMB TMT, বাড়ি থেকে হোক জেতা শুরু।
কোন মিউচুয়াল ফান্ডে ইনভেস্ট করা উচিত, কোন শেয়ার কেনা উচিত, কনফিউজড? আমি একদম নিশ্চিন্ত, আমার সঙ্গে আছে SMC মানি ওয়াইজ বি ওয়াইজ।
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
লিভ ওয়েল উইথ ডায়াবেটিসে আপনাদের স্বাগত। কি ধরনের সমস্যা হয় ডায়াবেটিসে?
যেটা সবচেয়ে ইম্পর্টেন্ট সেটা হচ্ছে এখন কিন্তু ডায়াবেটিসে সেরকম কোনো আর লক্ষণ দেখে ডায়াবেটিস চেনার ব্যাপার নেই।
ডায়াবেটিস থাকার দরুন বডির ইমিউনিটি, সেই ইমিউনিটি কমে যায় এবং তার জন্য হিলিং কমতে থাকে।
আমার শরীরে ইনসুলিন মাত্রা কম আছে এবং সেটা কাজও করে না, অর্থাৎ ইনসুলিন যদি না থাকে সুগার অনিয়ন্ত্রিতভাবে বেড়ে যায়। কোন ওষুধ আমরা খাচ্ছি তারা উপকার করছে, তারা অপকার কি করছে সেটা কিন্তু অনেকে জানেন না, পরীক্ষাই হয়নি।
বিশ্বাসে সব সীমা পেরিয়ে, বিশ্বাসী মন রেখো ভরিয়ে,
বিশ্বাসে জয় করে জোয়ারে
আছে সাহস, আছে ভরসা বুকের ভেতরে। আমরা আনবো খুশি হাসিতে রঙিন, ছুটে একশো মাইল আনবো স্বাধীন। যে বলো আকাশ কাঁপিয়ে দেখা বিশ্বকে সব মিলে গান গে। We can, we will, দেখা বিশ্বকে সব মিলে গান গে। We can, we will, we can, we will.
Thank you.
Hey, careful.
What?
It kills bacteria.
Very fun.
I know.
Asian Paints Royal Health Shield, the paint that cares for you.
চৌহান স্যার,
হ্যাঁ, লাইভ ক্লাস।
যাদের মধ্যে আছে এক্সাম ক্র্যাক করার এমন উৎসাহ, তাদের তো অধিকার আছে সেরা এডুকেটরদের থেকে শেখার। আনএকাডেমি, লেটস ক্র্যাক ইট।
অনেক ঝাপটা সামনে দেয় সহজেই, পাথরেও করে প্রাণ প্রতিষ্ঠা। কেজিএন মার্বেল হাউস, লো টাইলস, ওয়াল টাইলস, এক্সক্লুসিভ বাথরুম ফিটিংস, মার্বেল গ্রানাইটের বিশ্বাসযোগ্য প্রতিষ্ঠান।
আচ্ছা, করোনা থেকে আমার কি বিপদ হতে পারে?
করোনাকে ভয় পাবেন না, সোজা আরোগ্য সেতুতে চলে যান না। আপনার আশেপাশে যদি করোনা সংক্রমিত কোনো ব্যক্তি থাকেন, তাহলে আপনি তৎক্ষণাৎ অ্যালার্ট পেয়ে যাবেন। যদি না থাকে, তাহলে খামোখা চিন্তা করবেন না। করোনার অ্যাকুরেট ট্র্যাকিং করে থাকে এই অ্যাপ। উপরন্তু এখানে সব রাজ্যের হেল্প ডেস্ক নম্বর পাবেন। আপনি সোশ্যাল ডিস্টেন্সিং মেনটেন করুন আর আরোগ্য সেতু অ্যাপ ডাউনলোড করুন না। ছোট হোক বা বড়, সব ফোনেই থাকতে হবে আরোগ্য সেতু অ্যাপ।
প্রতিটি মেয়ের বিশ্বাস ওয়েল প্লেস, সর্বাধিক সুরক্ষিত স্যানিটারি ন্যাপকিন ওয়েল প্লেস। এ যুগের মেয়েদের একমাত্র ভরসা ওয়েল প্লেস।
স্বপ্ন তো দেখে সকলেই, কিন্তু স্বপ্ন পূরণের ভিত হওয়া চাই মজবুত।
VREPS Advantage Lux TMT Bar, एक सॉलिड सोच।
আপনিও দূরে বসে অর্থকষ্ট নিবারণ করবেন কিভাবে পুজো করে, জানতে দেখুন এক ঈশ্বর কথা জি বাংলায়।
তো প্রাইমারি ইংলিশের ক্লাস হচ্ছিল, ক্লাস নিচ্ছিলেন লাউমাটিনিয়া ফর গার্লসের ইন্দ্রাণী মিত্র। ম্যাম অর্ধেকটা ক্লাস নিয়েছেন, আরো কিছুটা বাকি রয়েছে। ম্যাম প্লিজ শুরু করুন।
So as we were going on with paragraph writing, just a few more points to remember. Remember mechanics. Again, it means spelling, structure, language, grammar. These are of course important, you know, punctuation, capitalization. Next is use of language. Very important because you need to use good language. For example, you can say that she was wearing a pink dress. But why just pink dress? Say she was wearing the dress the color of strawberry ice cream. Immediately the readers understand what color you are saying. Then you can go a little further and say she was wearing the dress pink as strawberry ice cream with little white polka dots and a wide satin sash with a lovely bow at the back. What have you done? You've actually painted a picture. That's what we do when we describe with words. We paint pictures with words. So you must paint a picture so that the reader can see what you are seeing. Similarly, you can make comparisons, like the lesson was so difficult, it was like a foreign language film with no subtitles. Or you can say, after I finished cooking, the kitchen looked like a battlefield. So give comparisons, or the train rushed in like a dragon. So this is the way you can improve your language use of language, use of phrases, use of similes. Next is vocabulary. You must use good words. Of course, we'll be doing more of vocabulary in a moment. Organization. Organization is again very important. Spend the first 5 minutes of your paragraph writing in organization. Remember, it is not time wasted. It is time well utilized. Because when you first get a topic, your mind is filled with ideas, all kinds of ideas. When you say a visit to the seaside, you have trees, boats, hats, sunglasses, sun, sea, waves, sand, so many things come into your head. What do you have to do? You have to organize it. You have to draft it in your mind in exactly which order you want to write it. So spend 5 minutes drafting it well in your mind, because once you have drafted it in an organized fashion in your mind, it will be very easy to write it. And you can write it within 10 minutes. And keep at least 5 minutes aside to revise, just to make sure you haven't repeated anything, you haven't made any errors in spelling or grammar, or you need to include something. So check this. After that is content. Content is, of course, ideas. Lot of ideas, whatever new ideas and interesting ideas that you can put into your essay or paragraph writing. So I think, children, with these pointers in mind, you should be able to write a good paragraph. All right. Now I'll tell you a secret. The secret is I can change milk into Coke. You know how? Very simple, a step-by-step game, a word game. And I'll show you how I can change milk into Coke. I can change milk into Coke by a step-by-step game where I change one letter of every word at every step. Look at that. If you can see the slide, you can see milk has been changed to mile. One letter has been changed, K to E, then mole, then pole, then poke, and then coke. But every word must be meaningful. So I have changed milk to coke in this way. You can do the same, you know. Words are like magic. You can change one thing to another if you know the right words. And you can do many more like these games. For example, you can do cold to warm. Look at it, how cold, cold, word, warm, warm. It's very easy. Try some more. Try head to feet. Try sick to heal. We are hearing about that so much now. You can do all these at home. Try these games where you can actually change from one word. Just make sure they are of the same number of letters. So with this, I would like to, can I give you a little assignment to do? All right. Now, this is a word which you are hearing every day probably. Quarantine. Now, I would like you to copy this word down and make as many words as you can make with this word. Now, remember, you can use two A's, two N's, because there are two N's and two A's in that word, quarantine. Make as many, the number of words that you can make with quarantine. Try and make it. Just remember, no proper nouns and no plurals. But you can make 3-letter words. The words should be minimum of 3 letters. So you can make ran, you can make 10, you can make tea, and as many words as you can. There are many, many more. You should be able to make at least 50 words or more with this. Okay, so try at home. And in the meantime, that I just want to tell you, I would like you to look at the site on both, the slide that I've put up. These are the different sites from where you can read the books, free books online. So if you finished all the books at home, please do go through these slides and I beg your pardon, go through these websites and you can get books to read.
থ্যাংক ইউ ম্যাম। প্রাইমারি তো হলো, এবার আপার প্রাইমারি ইংলিশ একটা বিরতির পর। ম্যাডাম রয়েছেন, ওয়েট করছেন, শুরু হবে ক্লাস বিরতির পর।
मैडम, ये तो जादू की छड़ी है।
इसलिए अपने फैब्रिकेटर को बोलिए कि ग्रिल बनाए तो
सिर्फ SRMB रियल स्टील से।
নিউজ ফ্ল্যাশ নিবেদন করছে স্পার্কল লাইমন অরেঞ্জ ডিশওয়াশ।
आ गया नया स्पार्कल।
বাড়িতে থাকুন। আপনি বাড়িতে থাকলেই করোনা মুক্ত হবে দেশ। মিত্র কাফে কর্নিশ জানায় সবাইকে, যারা সামনে থেকে প্রতিনিয়ত লড়াই করছেন দেশকে করোনা মুক্ত করার জন্য। মিত্র কাফে, ভালো খান ও খাওয়ান।
मैडम, ये तो जादू की छड़ी है।
इसलिए अपने फैब्रिकेटर को बोलिए कि ग्रिल बनाए तो
सिर्फ SRMB रियल स्टील से।
Excellent infrastructure and more than one job offer on average per student. University of Engineering and Management, Kolkata and Jaipur.
দিন কয়েকের দূরত্ব, সংযম প্রত্যয়, শপথ তোমার, শপথ আমার, আমরা করব জয়। করোনামুক্ত বিশ্বভুবন, সুস্থ সতেজ এ মহাজীবন। গর্ব আমরা, লড়ব আমরা, আমরা করব জয়। পৃথিবী হোক আগের মতো নিরাপদ আশ্রয়। আর আমাদের সকলের এই প্রার্থনা ঈশ্বর যেন পূর্ণ করেন, এ আশা রাখি। সামাজিক সচেতনতায় সাহা টেক্সটাইল পরিবার।
Thank you.
Hey, careful.
What?
It kills bacteria.
Very fun.
I know. Asian Paints Royale Health Shield. The paint that cares for you.
বিয়ের কথা ভাবছেন? তাহলে হয়তো .com-এ নয়, shadi.com-এ আসুন। এবার পান ফ্রি অফার্স লকডাউনের শেষ পর্যন্ত। বেঙ্গলি shadi.com, আজই রেজিস্টার করুন।
এই এক্সরিপস টিএমটি বারটা অরিজিনাল না ডুপ্লিকেট? আমি ধরে আছি বলেই যে এটা অরিজিনাল তা কিন্তু নয়, শুধু টপ থেকে ছাপ দেখি অরিজিনালটা কিনবো। টপ টেক এক্স রিপস অরিজিনালি ঠিক।
40 বছর ধরে মানুষের সেবায় বর্ষা ফ্যান।
তৃপ্তি ভরে উপভোগ করুন বর্ষার কোমল হাওয়া। বর্ষা ফ্যান, ভরা গরমেও বর্ষার অনুভূতি।
When you need more than water to stay hydrated, Cipla's ProLite ORS restores fluids and electrolytes. WHO recommended hydration drink.
নিউজ 18 বাংলার আইসিএসসি ক্লাসরুমে এবার আপার প্রাইমারি ইংলিশ ক্লাসকে নেবেন সাউথ সিটি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল স্কুলের মালবিকা এস পোদ্দার ম্যাডাম রয়েছেন আমাদের সঙ্গে। ম্যাডাম প্লিজ শুরু করুন।
Good morning, viewers and my students of class 6, 7 and 8. We are all aware that the English language plays an indispensable role in the school curriculum. So here I am before you to take an interactive and informative class regarding the integration of the 4 skills required to learn a language. What are they? L, S, R, W. Listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Now, in this time of pandemic, when we are confined in the house, what better way can we have effectively to deal with all the time in hand, to learn certain skills, build up and develop our speech skills as well as our writing skills? You know, Ralph Waldo Emerson, the famous American essayist, writer, author, he had once said that all the great speakers were bad speakers at first. This is a particularly very inspiring quotation because we are not naturally born with articulation, fluency. We are not gifted speakers. We are not born like that. But does that mean I will never evolve into a good speaker? Of course I will. So there must be certain techniques. There are certain hard work and effort that I need to put in if I want to be a good speaker, a confident speaker. So let us look at some of these very easy techniques which you have done in school, but you can practice at home and hone those skills to become a good speaker. The first one that we have over here is the storytelling method. Now, what are stories? Stories are narratives. They are accounts, isn't it? They have been told from time immemorial. We've heard stories of Ramayana, the Mahabharata, the Jataka tales, the Aesop's fables, even Harry Potter. Short stories, stories you've heard from your grandmother, your parents. But you will see that stories, they teach us a lot of things. They teach us values, they teach us ethics, they teach us to respect cultural differences, cultural norms. And every story has one common thread running through it. What is it? It sends a powerful message. It teaches us universal truth. So how can you be a good storyteller while you are at home? I would say, students, please take a pen and paper and sit down because we are integrating the 4 skills, remember? So you write down, perhaps, if you wish, your own story. But if you want, you can recreate a story. Let's take A Face in the Dark by Ruskin Bond. A very short story because you don't have too much time in your hand. So you write down, but I'm not telling you to copy the story. You will recreate the story in your own words, using your own vocabulary, your emotion, making the characters come alive. Now, go through the text. So what needs? We need to see whether the organization is there. You have put proper vocabulary. You have put your emotions into it. And then you stand in front of an imaginative audience. Who is your imaginative audience? Maybe your mirror. Now, everybody has a phone and all phones have cameras. So use the camera as an imaginative audience and you tell or narrate the story to yourself. Now, this is speaking skill. So when you are saying, watch yourself. Look at your facial expression. Look at your hands. Look the way you are standing. Are you able to modulate your voice? Can you build up the mystery, the suspense, the drama? Are you able to emote what the characters are going through? That is very important. If you are satisfied with this, then voila. You call your family members into the living room, gather them on one evening and say that today I'm going to give you a storytelling performance. And if you can transport them into a land of magic, land of fantasy, you sure will know that you're going to evolve into a good storyteller, but with practice and more practice. The next slide, which I would like to show you, is debate. Now, students, debate? What is a debate? A debate is a formal discussion where you put two viewpoints or arguments are put forward, but with clarity, with precision. What is the meaning of precision? Accuracy. And, of course, a very important thing, it should have reasoning and logic. Now, debate in the house. You would say, ma'am, we would require a stage. Now, do you require an elevated platform all the time? Like an elevated platform that you have in a school, in a college, or in a club? No. William Shakespeare has so beautifully said, all the world's a stage. So make your living room your stage, your study room a stage. And yes, and what are other topics? Now, my students of class 6 and 7, you need not have topics of grave importance, of national or international importance. It can be simple topics. Children should not be given pocket money. Uniforms should be made compulsory. All homes should have a pet. Everyone should learn to cook. Or for class 8, a little more challenging, is education the only key to a successful future? You have a variety of topics. So again, the pen and paper comes handy. Sit down. Write down the topic that you have chosen, you are comfortable with. And now comes the next important thing, which is called brainstorming. What is brainstorming, students? It is basically research, where you develop your critical skills, which is very, very much required in a debate. And how do you do it? You have e-newspapers. If you don't have taking newspapers at home, you have e-magazines. You have plenty of books. You can download them. And you have knowledgeable and informative parents, family members at home. Talk to them. Thrash out the things. And then you gather as many points as you can. And you jot it down in an organized manner. Look at the sentences. Structure the sentence well. Again, go through the entire text. And then, when you have the script ready and you're looking at the mirror or at the camera, persuasive language or words, which is very much required in a debate. Am I able to speak in a way where I'm making eye contact with the audience? Am I audible? Am I moving too much, or am I standing at the center? How is my voice modulation? Am I using my voice properly? Every little thing counts, because in the long run, it is going to improve your poise, your confidence, your self-esteem, your body language. And it is a complete package. It is not only the choice of words that you have. It is not the way only how you are speaking. speaking, but it is how you are holding yourself in front of a large gathering. Now that you are at home, don't wait for an event or an occasion. This is the time, student, and that is the reason we are having this session, when you can practice this in front again of an imaginative audience. The text that you have prepared, after you go through, if you are satisfied, again, you can debate with a member of your family. You can practice this over and over again until you think that I am able to convince the audience. If the audience is appreciative, then you know you will evolve into a good debater eventually in the years to come. So we have talked about two skills. That is the debating skill as well as learning how to narrate a story, a simple story. But what you need with this is to enhance your reading skill. Without reading, without coming out of your comfort zone, without doing extra reading, not the ones prescribed by the school syllabus, you will not be able to get matter in hand. Next, I would like to come to creative writing. Now, I'm not going to teach you here because an essay, a descriptive essay, a narrative essay, or how to write a short story. Most of you are learning it and you will be practicing it. And I'm sure many of you are already practicing at home. But I'm going to tell you something about keeping a journal or a diary. You know, Anne Frank, that 13-year-old Jewish girl, during the time of Second World War, she went into hiding with her family because she was frightened. They were frightened that they would be deported to the concentration camps. And they were cooped up in a small, tiny house. And she had no one to confide in except a diary and a pen. She poured out her emotions, her feelings, her frustrations, her loneliness, her helplessness, her fear, her insecurity, annoyance sometimes at her parents, at siblings, and also hope that this shall also pass. So how beautifully she had written the diary that even after so many years, Anne Frank's diary is one of the best sellers around the world. So we are in the same situation, students. A lockdown period. We cannot go out. You cannot go to school. You cannot meet your friends, your teachers, your relatives. You cannot socialize. So that is why a journal is something where you can put down your thoughts. Allow yourself to self-reflect because it relieves stress. And most important, it is handwritten. It improves your handwriting and your vocabulary too. And next you see on the screen are some random words. Can you see? Pandemic is frightening, brings people together. Nature blooms and blossoms, and hope. What is this? Are these just random words? If you look at it, there are 11 words with 5 lines. What is it? I'll show it to you once again. It is an elf-chen. You know what is an elf-chen? It is a short poem. And where you have just 11 words to express your feelings. There can be any amount of topics. It can be emotion, it can be nature, it can be an object, it can be a smell. So I will just go back and show you that pandemic, yes, it is frightening, but it has positive side. People are bonding. Nature is reclaiming its place. And we are all hoping that we will return to normalcy. It's a powerful message that it is giving you. And I would like you to do a fun activity. Compose an elf-chen of your own. We are all hoping that we will return to normalcy. It's a powerful message that it is giving you. And I would like you to do a fun activity. Compose an elf-chen of your own, consisting of exactly 11 words and 5 lines. But the last word should be energetic. Yes.
Ma'am, those fun activities.
Yes, sir.
আমরা কি এগুলো একটা ব্রেকের পর করতে
একদম।
আমরা একটা বিরতি নিচ্ছি, একটা ছোট্ট বিরতি, এবং তারপর কিছু ফান অ্যাক্টিভিটিস আছে যেটা মালবিকা ম্যাম দেখাচ্ছিলেন, এবং তারই পাশাপাশি একটু জানিয়ে রাখতে চাইবো যে যদি এখনো পর্যন্ত এই ক্লাস নিয়ে কারো মধ্যে কোনো রকম কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকে তাহলে আমাদের ফোন করতে পারো। আমাদের ফোন নাম্বার 66202325 অথবা 66202326। ফোন করতে পারো, ম্যাডামরা রয়েছেন, তারা উত্তর দেবেন একটা বিরতির পর। সঙ্গে থাকো।
আপনার বাড়ি আপনার সুরক্ষা, বাড়িতে থাকুন। আপনি বাড়িতে থাকলে গোটা দেশ এই যুদ্ধে জয়ী হবে।
SRMB TMT, বাড়ি থেকে হোক জেতা শুরু।
নিউজ ফ্ল্যাশ নিবেদন করছে স্পার্কল লাইমন অরেঞ্জ ডিশওয়াশ।
आ गया नया स्पार्कल।
বাড়িতে থাকুন। আপনি বাড়িতে থাকলেই করোনা মুক্ত হবে দেশ। মিত্র কাফে কর্নিশ জানায় সবাইকে যারা সামনে থেকে প্রতিনিয়ত লড়াই করছেন দেশকে করোনা মুক্ত করার জন্য। মিত্র কাফে, ভালো খান ও খাওয়ান।
এই এক্সরিপস টিএমটি বারটা অরিজিনাল না ডুপ্লিকেট আমি ধরে আছি বলেই যে এটা অরিজিনাল তা কিন্তু নয়। শুধু টপ থেকে ছাপ দেখি অরিজিনালটা কিনি। টপ টেক এক্সরিপস অরিজিনালি টিক।
বিশ্বাসে সব সীমা পেরিয়ে বিশ্বাসী মন রেখো ভরিয়ে
বিশ্বাসে জয় করে জোয়ারে
আছে সাহস আছে ভরসা বুকের ভেতরে আমরা আনবো খুশি হাসিতে রঙিন ছুটে একশো মাইল আনবো স্বাধীন আইছে দিয়ে বলো আকাশ কাঁপিয়ে সৈন্য দেখা বিশ্বকে সব মিলে গান গে We can, we will দেখা বিশ্বকে সব মিলে গান গে We can, we will, we can, we will बूंदों की तरह मचलते रहे मन मेरा
बंगाल टाइल्स, अब घर सजाना बच्चों का खेल है।
আপনিও দূরে বসে অর্থকষ্ট নিবারণ করবেন কিভাবে পুজো করে, জানতে দেখুন এক ঈশ্বর কথা জি বাংলায়।
Thank you.
Hey, careful.
What?
It kills bacteria.
Very fun.
I know.
Asian Paints Royale Health Shield, the paint that cares for you.
দিন কয়েকের দূরত্ব, সংযম প্রত্যয়, শপথ তোমার, শপথ আমার, আমরা করব জয়। করোনামুক্ত বিশ্বভুবন, সুস্থ সতেজ এ মহাজীবন। গর্ব আমরা, লড়ব আমরা, আমরা করব জয়। পৃথিবী হোক আগের মতো নিরাপদ আশ্রয়। আর আমাদের সকলের এই প্রার্থনা ঈশ্বর যেন পূর্ণ করেন এ আশা রাখি। সামাজিক সচেতনতায় সাহা টেক্সটাইল পরিবার।
বেশ কিছু ফোন আসছে, এর মধ্যে ক্লাস 8 এর এক স্টুডেন্ট ফোন করেছে। বলো কি প্রশ্ন তোমার? আপনি কি বুঝতে পারলেন?
না।
আরেকবার প্রশ্নটা করবে?
হ্যাঁ। Actually, my question is that
how to construct a paragraph? Is it the question?
No, how I conclude the paragraph?
Cannot hear.
না শুনতে পাচ্ছি না। তুমি একটু পরে আবার করো, কারণ কোথাও বোধহয় নেটওয়ার্কের প্রবলেম হচ্ছে। তুমি যেখান থেকে ফোন করছো ক্লাস 7 এর একজন স্টুডেন্ট ফোনে রয়েছে। বলো কি প্রশ্ন?
Hello.
হ্যাঁ বলো।
My question is what are determiners and what are its uses?
Okay, আপনি কি বুঝলেন?
Yes, but I would. Determiners are, of course, articles, but I would like you to ask questions which are related to what I have just spoken to you. That you can read up always from your grammar book. That what are determiners?
Okay, ma'am, class 7 এর একটু আগে যে প্রশ্নটা এসেছিল সেটা ক্লাস 8 এর একটু আগে যে প্রশ্নটা এসেছিল, how to end a paragraph প্রশ্নটা ছিল।
That depends. if you are writing, you end it with such kind of a conclusion. Sometimes you can use a quotation, sometimes you can use a proverb, or it is used to round up, which we call in a nutshell, you round up the entire thing. It depends on the topic. Suppose you are talking about, let's say, pandemic. If that is your topic, then you round up with hope, that you're hoping that this will come to an end. You're hoping for a better future, that you're hoping that you will return to normalcy. This is how you can end up the entire topic.
আরো বেশ কিছু প্রশ্ন আসছে, তবে আমি চাইবো যে তার আগে কিছু ফান অ্যাক্টিভিটিস এর কথা বলছি, যদি আপনি একটু দেখিয়ে দেন ফান অ্যাক্টিভিটিস গুলো কি।
So I would like to come back to that fun activity where I would request you to try this out at home, that you compose an elfchen of your own. Now 11 words and 5 lines, but the last word is a challenge to you. You must end it with energetic. Class 6, class 7 and class 8. Now use figurative language, similes, metaphors, colorful words. Use your 5 senses: auditory, visual, gustatory, tactile, olfactory. Now that you're staying at home, you are aware of so many things happening. You're involved, let's say, in a cooking process. You look at the sputtering of seeds, the aroma coming out from the kitchen, or the lovely vegetables. They were all there, but you were not aware of. So look at everything around you. Look up your thesaurus or the dictionary. Look up books and enhance your vocabulary or stock of words, and write out at Elfchen, which delivers a powerful message. Now, as I have said before, that nothing would be possible, whether developing your speech skills or your writing skills, without reading and reading and reading, like Roald Dahl has said in television. So here is a suggested list of books. Now, I'm not saying at all that you have to read only these books. These are a list of books which we are suggesting to you. These are good books of every genre. You have sports, you have adventure, you have got an autobiography on the jungle, on environment. And besides this, suppose if you don't get this, you also have a list of websites: Project Gutenberg, Gateway to the Classics, International Children's Digital Library. You can always download plenty of ebooks and read it. But my one request to all students is that when you are reading it, please go to the last page. Don't just leave it midway. I mean, you have the time now, so books can be your best friend.
সিভিল স্ট্যান্ডার্ডের একজন বোধহয় এই মুহূর্তে ফোনে ওয়েট করছে। বলো কি প্রশ্ন?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I'm having one more question, that how can we improve our speaking skills, and sometimes we are having problem that when we are listening some foreigners, that how to improve our listening skills in English.
You know, when you are talking about the foreigner, I don't think it is wise to listen to a foreigner and change your accent. I will never advise you to do that. But as I said regarding your speech skills, practice. And how will you practice? The 2 techniques that I have just said, like storytelling, like debate. You can have role play. Role play is also another way where you can pretend that you are someone else. If you are well read, if you have read books, like say, for example, if I were the Lord of Tartary, me and myself alone, my bed should be of ivory, of beaten gold my throne. So you're imagining that you are a lord of a kingdom. You're a prime minister for a day, or you're the headmaster of the school for a day. Put yourself in a situation and make a short script that what would you do throughout the way? What would be your observation? And then perhaps you can practice with yourself to the mirror. That would be a wonderful way.
আরো একটা প্রশ্ন আছে, বলো কে বলছো?
Hello.
হ্যালো।
Hello.
হ্যাঁ, আমরা শুনতে পাচ্ছি, বলো।
Hello. I am Harsh Modi from Howrah.
ওকে, তোমার প্রশ্নটা কি?
My question is, in creative writing, ma'am told 5 points. I missed the last 2. Ma'am, please explain once again.
আপনি কি প্রশ্নটা বুঝতে পারলেন?
বুঝতে পারলাম।
ঠিক স্পষ্ট বোঝা গেল না, যে আরেকবার বলবে? না না, শোনা গেল না। তোমাদের সবাইকে রিকোয়েস্ট করব যে এরপরে যখনই তোমরা ফোনে কোনো প্রশ্ন রাখবে ম্যাডামদের কাছে বা স্যারের কাছে, তখন প্লিজ তোমাদের টিভির ভলিউমটা মিউট করে রাখো। তা না হলে আমাদের পক্ষে শোনা সম্ভব হবে না, স্টুডিও যারা রয়েছেন ম্যাডাম বা স্যাররা তাদের পক্ষে শোনা সম্ভব হবে না। তবে আজ আপাতত ক্লাসরুম এখানেই শেষ করতে হচ্ছে। আর শেষ করার আগে আপনাদের জানিয়ে রাখি, যারা অভিভাবকরা রয়েছেন এবং যারা স্টুডেন্টরা এতক্ষণ ধরে দেখছো, সবাইকে জানিয়ে রাখি, কোনো রকম কোনো প্রশ্ন বা কোনো কোয়ারি দরকার হলে info@ASISCWBC.org অথবা support@ASISCWBC.org এই দুটো মেল আইডিতে মেল করা যেতে পারে বা জানানো যেতে পারে যে যা যা কোয়ারি সেসব বিষয়ে ডিটেল নেওয়া যেতে পারে। ধন্যবাদ জানাবো, আমার সঙ্গে 2 ম্যাডাম ছিলেন, ইন্দ্রাণী ম্যাম ছিলেন এবং আমার সঙ্গে মালবিকা ম্যাম ছিলেন। দুজনকেই অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। এবং স্টুডেন্টদের বলবো, অপেক্ষা করে থেকো ক্লাসরুমের জন্য, কারণ ক্লাসরুমের সেই ফ্লেভার হয়তো পাবে না, কারণ স্টুডেন্টদের হয়তো পাবে না, বন্ধুদের হয়তো পাওয়া যাবে না, কিন্তু ম্যাডামদের পাওয়া যাবে, স্যারদের পাওয়া যাবে। পরের শনি রবি স্যাটারডে সানডে আবার ICSE ক্লাসরুম।
मैडम, ये तो जादू की छड़ी है।
इसलिए अपने फैब्रिकेटर को बोलिए कि ग्रिल बनाए तो
सिर्फ SRMB रियल स्टील से।